You are you and I'm not me, and where we are is where we be. If it's night or day, the time is now. To get involved, I'll show you how. I'll run the show, you'll do your part. We'll have a blast by making art. Come join the gang, no need to fear. Just bring along your imaginosphere.
I am not me. I am art. That's quite far over. And I am welcoming you to Series 2, Episode 3 of Art Right Now. You are about to experience and create some art, which is, in my humble opinion, the best way to spend Sunday, with all due respect to our Lord and Creator, God. But before we get to that, as there are probably people tuning in from all around the world, we should take a moment to unite as a singular love collective. That was left in from the script from last week, but I quite like it. I quite like being a love collective. We like to start things with a toast, a simple shared action in order to link our creative energies. Get us all on the same art page of the art book. Our toasts are crowd-sourced here at Art Right Now. So please charge your beverages for today's toast, courtesy of Instagram acolyte Sosaflow. Sosaflow. To warehouse workers. Yeah, it's wonderful to receive things in the post, isn't it? You click on a website, and then a few days later that thing arrives at your door. But who is responsible for that? Not just the delivery person who left it at your door, who heard the word thanks, and not just the hardworking people of all ages, all around the world, largely Asia, that have constructed it in the first place, who get a lot of support from people running letter writing campaigns to try and get them better wages and working conditions. There's also the warehouse workers who have gone and got it in the middle bit of that process. They work hard. They deserve a little bit of credit. They don't hear the word thanks, and they don't have people campaigning to get better working conditions for them. Warehouses are big, scary places, but these guys traverse them like worker bees in a hive of commerce. So have an extra cup of tea on me today, warehouse worker, and be careful on that forklift. And if you can't be careful on that forklift, and you are going to get into a really big accident and have a huge kerfuffle, and it's going to be very spectacular, for God's sake, make sure someone's videoing it, will you? The dissolution of your job will make a funny video that will give me 8 seconds of dopamine. To warehouse workers. Yeah, I'll probably double dip for that first one, actually. Probably double dip. This is quite far over, isn't it? It is quite far over. Hello, now, buddies. How are we all doing? My goodness, my gracious. How are we doing? There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit more comfortable for everybody. How is everybody? Who do we have? My goodness, how do we have? TB Douglas. Hi, team. Team. That's a wonderful way of referring to the now bodies. A team of people all working together to achieve outstanding art. Lovely stuff. And some great emote work as well. SJ Beck 72. Hi, TB and everyone. And I would like to say hi, TB and everyone as well. Maple Panda, hello. MPF, evening. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Only 4 viewers at the moment. That's a shame. That's a shame. Maybe we will get it up to double digits at some point soon. If you have any friends that do seem to be at a loose end at this very moment, please do let them know that the show is on, and that the best way, the absolute best way to engage with Art Right Now is to watch it live. Yeah, you can watch it afterwards. Yeah, you can check it out on the YouTubes. But if you want that real primary experience, you've got to do it live. We've got a bit of admin first off, as ever we have a bit of admin, and that is with the app name. This is Series 2, Episode 3 of Art Right Now, sure. But beyond that, I don't know what this episode's called. I do not know what this episode will be called. It's entirely up to you. So if at any point you are confronted with a short phrase or long word that makes you feel something, by God, let me know. Take that word or phrase and pop it in the chat, preceded by ep name. For example, if I was talking about a criminal family in Italy losing their trousers, you don't just have to write losing their trousers. You could also write use your imaginosphere and write in the chat, ep name, flash mob. Or if you liked the toast that I gave, maybe you'd write ep name, 8 seconds of dopamine. Whatever phrase comes to you via your ears, via your eyes, or via your imaginosphere, as long as they're less than 25 characters, including spaces. And I hate to be so precise about that, but the realities of this situation are the realities of this situation. Get them in the chat. You might just end up being the namer of this episode, which is a wonderful thing to write in your next letter to Grandmama. Ep names. Just keep it in the background. Keep it hovering in the background there. If you hear something fun, get it down. And I've got, because last week, I did not write them down, and I may have even lost a couple of them towards the end because the chat didn't refresh as much as I would have wished it to. But today, I have a pen, I have a pad of paper, and I'm going to be writing them down. So let's not be shy vis-a-vis ep names. Okay, we're going to kick it off straight away with a little bit of further admin, a little bit of money admin, if that's all right. Let's get on with the sponsor message. Let's please get on with the sponsor message. This show, guys, is sponsored by the good people, you can see them there, of bSquared Events, who furnish me with a modest fee for reading out some copy with gusto. So I would like to earn some money with my gusto, if that's all right with you. Here we go. Ooh, one for the youngsters here and the young at heart. If you love the thrill of Pokemon Go, the video game phenomenon of the pandemic, you will love taking it to the extreme with Pokemon Go Nuts. It's for the Pokemon fan who wants the reality of doing battle with fierce creatures to be, well, a little more real. Head to our special warehouse location in Bushwick the first weekend of March. So that's next weekend? Or maybe the weekend after. They should have been more clear with that. Pick your top 3 fighters and go toe-to-toe with whoever else shows up to this. So it's a mobile phone game, Pokemon Go. But beware. If you should happen to come on the losing end of any battle, you'll have to spend 2 minutes in our Pokemon Gym, which of course is an acronym that stands for Get Yourself Mauled. That's right, we have filled a room with large dogs, feral cats, 2 goats, a flock of pigeons and 1 elderly wolf, and we have tried our best to keep them in a bad mood. Peter won't be happy with that. They will charge, bite, and swipe at you, bringing your Pokemon battles to vivid veracity. We have medical staff on hand with lots of antiseptic wipes and bandages because there's a very good chance you will have been cut, and they have one main instruction. Gotta patch 'em all. Come and play Pokemon Go Nuts, where dodging isn't just a battle move, it's your last hope. Interesting stuff. Pokemon Go Nuts. If you want to take that next level in the reality, I suppose, of playing Pokemon. The things that these people come up with, absolutely incredible. Vivid veracity, oh, lovely. TB, you're on it, and I appreciate you. TB, vivid veracity, fabulous stuff. Thank you very much to TB for that, and thank you very much to bSquared for sponsoring the show. If you are interested in sponsoring the show, email me at iamart@gmail.com. But please be warned that I have very few ethical standards for what I will and will not say, and my prices are very low. Let's go back to Maine. How are we all doing? Up to 6 viewers. We're getting there. Almost hitting double digis. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Lovely stuff. The final bit of admin, it's a very fun bit of admin. I was hoping that he'd be watching. Ooh, Nana Hobbob. Hello, now buddies. Just popping in to say Definitely and I are sorry to miss the live show today. Gosh, we are going to see an older form of live-tainment, college theatre. We will do our best to tune in next time. Well, do enjoy that college theatre, Nana, and thank you so much for popping in just to see, just to let us know. A thanks, but you won't be able to stick around. I hope the college theatre is wonderful. I personally do not know what college theatre is, unless it is just theatre that's put on by a college, in which case I hope you enjoy the slightly lower production standards, but also slightly cheaper tickets. You know, it all works out in the dividend. College theatre, let's have a look. Colleges for Performing Arts. College theatres. Yeah, it just looks like it's, as I suspected. But yeah, that's lovely. That's good stuff. Thank you, Nana. You will be missed, as ever. If you do see anybody on your journey that you think would like to watch a bit of live-tainment, 2 people, ideally, then they would just make up the numbers that we will be losing through you and definitely not being able to stick around. But thank you so much. Make sure you tune into the YouTube version of this, because it is going to be a pretty incredible episode, just to say that. But we do have, as I say, some wonderful admin to do. Oh, that's right. That is right. My goodness, my gracious, and forever. Do I have the thing? I did get the thing. I was even organized this time. Okay, so are we all ready? Are we all ready to have a little sing-song? Nana, if you've got time for a sing-song before you go, we'd love to have you. If not, absolutely fine. You get off with your college theatre. And if they are hiring, let me know. Everybody else, let's get ready with our birthday singing. Make sure you're in beautiful voice. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday. I'm sending lots of cheer. You found a way to somehow survive another year. Your loved ones will be with you, but they don't get a say in anything you want to do, 'cause it's your special day. Hey, happy birthday, Uncool Town, baby. Uncool Town. Very possibly the oldest now body in existence, as I understand it at the moment. Obviously, I don't know all the details. I don't know anybody's exact ages, because I'm too much of a gentleman to ask. But Uncool Town is certainly on the older end of the spectrum, and we do appreciate being able to provide such wonderful live-tainment to a broad range of audience members. It's obviously everybody is looking for that cherished, that fabled, that all-important 18 to 34 demographic. But if I must find my niche in the 70 plus, starting with Uncool Town here, I've got no problem with that, Chasing the silver dollar, happy to do it. Thanks, Notme, says Uncool Town. 257. That's not true. You can't be biblically old, Uncool Town. But it shows that even in your advanced years, you do have a wonderful sense of humour, a very wild and vibrant sense of humour. So thank you so much. Wonderful. Happy birthday, Uncool Town. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not sure exactly when it was, but I hope you spent it well, and hopefully you spend at least part of this day watching some live-tainment, maybe. Who knows? Up to you. You're cool. Let's get on with something that we haven't done in quite a while, so I hope you're quite excited about it.
It's the finest gallery you'll ever find, and it's free to enter because it's all in your mind. House of Notme.
Gosh, I mean that might just be the. Let's do that. Might just still the best theme tune I've come up with. Uncle Tanner's got work tomorrow, so he's going to bed now. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Work. He's retired. He hasn't worked in some time, but that's absolutely fine. Enjoy your sleep and enjoy, if I can make a guess, getting up at about 5 a.m. You know what old people are like. That's an amazing graphic. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Former regular viewer Zach Alicious did that. Paid him money, which is wonderful. But you know, would I like that money back now? A certain situation, you know, you makes your choice and you pays your money. Yes, this is well done. The House of Notme is the world's first and only entirely imaginary art gallery, and you are the curators. We've only got 6 people watching here, so you 6 are really going to have to step up. We're going to pick our chief curator, and we're going to see the list to pick from this week. Our list is Xia, and our chief curator, I think we're going to go with Monkey Pixie Funk. Because I enjoyed that compliment. That's an amazing graphic. That kind of stuff will curry favor. I love compliments, even though that was only kind of commissioned by me, you know, in the same way that if you compliment, Zoe Saldana's performance in Emilia Perez, the director of that film is probably going to take a little bit of credit for that. So that's fine. Looking good. So, Monkey Pixie Funk, what I need from you... I'm just going to take this off because maybe I'll leave it on here. Monkey Pixie Funk, what I'm going to need from you is to pick 3 of these potential exhibits. We've got No Pain, No Jane. We've got Plucking Big. We've got Insnaccurate, Almost Drama, Drive Me Crazy, Home Sweet Pie, Leave Me Alone, Holidays Done, She's Keck, and Cheeky Finger. So which 3 of these would you like us to vote on to gain access into the House of Notme? 3, 9, and 10, please. We've got Insnaccurate, we've got She's Keck, and we've got Cheeky Finger. That's very exciting. These are ones that have been on the shopping block for quite some time. So we've got Insnaccurate. We have got She's Keck. And we've got, of course, Cheeky Finger. Everybody loves a cheeky finger. Okay, so let's have a little look at what these all had to include the word snack for Monkey Pixie Funk. Well, I mean, nothing wrong with a snack. Do I have a snack? Oh gosh, well I do have a snack, but it's that they're dog biscuits for my boys because I'm a good father. Gosh, I wasn't even planning on unveiling that, but it's like, okay. You know, I'm not ashamed of being a good father. Okay, so let's get these 10 options out of the way. Let's get them up here. Ooh, wonderful stuff. Okay, so Insnaccurate. What is Insnaccurate? Insnaccurate is, I hope you're paying attention, watercolor paintings of various crisp/chip, for the Americans, packets with incorrect colors. Barbecue flavor, green. Interesting. So that's already bringing up some very interesting. Let's go up here. Very interesting concepts. I think there. Incorrectly coloured crisp/chip packets. I'm intrigued already. We've got She's Keck. Yeah, that was earlier. A Spaniard reading out the Cheesecake Factory menu in broken English. It sounds wonderful, but it takes a long time. Cheesecake Factory, of course, for those of you who haven't sampled the joys of the Cheesecake Factory, very big menu. Very big menu. It's like Ulysses. It's Cheesecake Factory menu is like Ulysses. Just on and on and on and on and on. And it's all good. Much like Ulysses, but it's, it takes the time. And then finally, we've got Cheeky Finger. Renderings of fashions throughout the years, all done with finger painting. Chic-y finger. Cheeky Finger. So in Snaccurate, we've got watercolor paintings of various crisp/chip packets with incorrect colors. Barbecue flavor green. There we go. That's easier. That's better. Cheesecake, a Spaniard reading out the Cheesecake Factory menu in broken English. It sounds wonderful, but it takes a long time. And of course, Cheeky Finger, renderings of fashions throughout the years, all done with finger painting. So we're about to have our countdown here. And when we do, you'll need to vote. Okay? So in Snaccurate is face, Cheesecake is wow, and Cheeky Finger is forehead, I believe. So you should all have access to these. These are not tiered. You have to be a subscriber to be able to access these. So make sure you make your choice. It's the watercolor paintings of the crisp packets. It's a Spaniard reading the Cheesecake Factory menu, or it's fashions depicted in finger painting. Make sure you get your emotes ready and unleash them at the correct time. Here we go. In Snaccurate, Cheesecake or Cheeky Finger. What do you fancy? Depending on your connection, you might want to start unleashing your remotes now. Whoa! Look at that. Wonderful stuff. Thank you so much, TB and Monkey Pixie Funk. Gosh, we're down to 4 views. SJ Beck 72 coming in with a strong argument for Cheeky Finger. And Maple Panda, with a Cheeky Finger as well. This is... Although, of course, as the chief curator this week, MPF, you have the ultimate decision. Are you going to stick with your original choice of in Snaccurate? Or are you going to opt for the to flip-flop straight back in? So congratulations in Snaccurate. Very, very exciting for in Snaccurate. Let's get that in Snaccurate. Fabulous. And we haven't done it in a while, so maybe I need to just remind you of what's going to happen here. So now I invite you to visit the House of Notme. I invite you to visit the In Snaccurate exhibit. And I want you to tell me just one thing about the exhibit. That's all I need from you. Just one thing, and we can all move on with our lives. Okay? Here we go. In Snaccurate, it is the brand new exhibit. Tell me all about it. If you are struggling, feel free to close your eyes and focus on your senses. What can you see, smell, feel, hear, and taste? What is around you? How do you interact with the exhibit? Do you interact, or is this just something happening in front of you? Let me know one single detail as we visit the House of Notme. Anything at all. TB Douglas. It smells of crisp flavors as you move around. That's nice. So they have considered... I should have left the chat box on. They have considered the olfactory senses. So it's, you as with the example, you see a green crisp packet. You think, I assume this is sour cream and onion. I assume this is cheese and onion. Maybe if we're going with Walkers, who decide to buck the trend, maybe with salt and vinegar. It's only through that smell that you get the wonderful barbecuiness, that wonderful mesquite, that beautiful mesquite. That's lovely. That's lovely. And watercolors as well. Such a delicate rendering of these crisp packets. Such a delicate rendering. This isn't the brash acrylics. No. This is beautiful, delicate, a suggestion. It's a suggestion of reality. Is watercolors. Absolutely fabulous. Maple Panda, it's a row of hula hoops laid out for you to try on your fingers. Oh, so we're bringing in some snacks as well. We're bringing in some snacks. That's really good. Which, if any, will fit. That's great. That's great. And Monkey Pixie Funky, it's crunchy but not tooth crunchingly so. So they've softened some hula hoops. Essentially, they've softened some hula hoops. That's great to be able to just go finger first. Just dip your fingers into a big a parade of hula hoops. My goodness. Also, it sounds like disco because of disco crisps. I'm digging this exhibit, guys. I'm really digging this exhibit. Thank you so much. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, you're not getting the hula hoops on your thumb. Hula hoops, not on the thumb. Guys, I think that was a very successful, very, very successful visit to the House of Notme. And may I remind you that you can feel free to visit anytime. The House of Notme is always open. What are some of the other exhibits that we've had? Here we go. What else have we got in there? Pasta La Vista, we've got Socknast, which was a room full of gymnasts putting on and taking off socks in very impressive ways. Weep for Them, that was quite an involved one. Knight in Shining, foil suits, nice and easy. We had Fish Out of Water, we had Hot Property. Teens Know Art, I enjoyed that one a lot, and Rain and Rain and Rain. So it's really blossoming out into a very, very rich and vibrant museum / art gallery experience. I'm really pleased with this. And I will forcibly continue to push through with this, even though it's sometimes a bit tricky, but we're going to do it anyway. Back to Maine. House of Notme was a success. That was a successful segment. Thank you so much, guys, for getting involved. Little wipe of the nose there. I was going to do a positivity party, but we are already over. We're past half past, and it's there's a lot to still get on with. So I think we're just going to smash on with all due respect.
Creativity's overflowing. It sometimes works hard without you knowing. So here's some memories that probably never happened.
Guys, my imaginosphere is so powerful that it can create ideas and thoughts that are so full of life and detail that my poor old brain can't differentiate between conjurings and real memories. So I've got a lot of memories in my head of stories that, in all likelihood, probably never happened. And I would love to exercise one of those today by telling you a story. Is that okay? I'm going to ask for permission. Is that okay to share a memory that probably never happened with you today? Please do, says TB. Thank you so much. So I was out in London, in Mayfair, and I was dancing in a nightclub with a young lady. Things were getting, I don't want to say amorous, but maybe 2 steps below amorous. We were getting closer, and a smooch was, I'd say, on the cards, until I got close enough to really smell her. She smelled like pate, the force meat. And pretty as she was, and she was moderately pretty, to be fair, the smell of pate did bring about 2 changes in me. Number 1, I didn't want to smooch her anymore, and number 2, I wanted to eat some pate. So I let her down, courteously as ever, and I went to find my nightclub buddy that evening, Eddie Redmayne. Eddie, buddy, it's not happening. I say we call it a night and head back to yours. I was staying at his, so that's not me inviting myself round. We'd pre-arranged. I was just,
Yeah, that's actually fine by me. There's a hen do here, and I swear 3 of them are called Haley or Kaylee or Rayleigh or something. So, yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Let's go.
Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse gone? This is not the time to lose your mouse. There it is. There it is. No, that's broken again. Why are you not moving? Great drawing, very accurate. Thank you, TB. Thank you, TB. I'm annoyed at my lack of mouse movement, I will say. Can I just... No, that's not helped at all. That's made it a lot worse. Why are we not... Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds to this. Affected battlement. I am absolutely not going to be entertaining any of that. Best viewers. Get out of here. Get out of here. So we exited the club. Eddie got his phone out to call a car. I wanted to make a point. And I knew it might not get received particularly well by him, but I figured that it would hopefully do him some good in the long run. I think sometimes as a friend you do have to be cruel to be kind, because who else is going to tell them? Better they hear it from you. I guess that hen do was too working class for you, eh? I said.
Whatever do you mean?
Eddie replied, looking up, already a little bit annoyed at the insinuation. Well, you're a bit of a snob, aren't you? You only like girls who are as posh as you. He did not like that. He did not like that one bit. You could see his razor-sharp cheekbones vibrate slightly, and he said 3 words that I absolutely couldn't believe.
I'm not posh.
I laughed, but he was deadly serious. It was like if a giraffe told you that he wasn't lanky, or Lucy Liu told you that she was of average attractiveness. A massive lie. I had to press the matter. You're not posh?
Absolutely not. I'm a regular chap, boy, guy, a man of the people, he said.
A man of the people. Those are the words that he used. So you won't mind getting a night bus home, then, instead of a cab? His eyes flickered, only briefly. As we all know, he's a great actor.
Love to, mate. Where do we get the night bus from?
We worked out we needed to get the N205 back to his, where I was staying that night, and so off we went on a little stroll to the bus stop.
See, you only think that I'm posh because I've been typecast as an upper-class actor in every single film I've ever done. You see...
He tailed off. He was staring at something behind me, and I looked around. There was a London fox strolling home full of chips. Eddie was transfixed. I decided to up the stakes. Fancy a Mackie D's on the way back, which was me showing admirable commitment to this particular project, bearing in mind, of course, what I really wanted to eat was some pâté.
Yeah, I'd absolutely love a Mackie D's. Where should we go to get one?
He asked, standing in front of a McDonald's. I had to laugh. Probably from McDonald's, Eddie, I replied, suppressing a smile.
Oh, they sell them here now, do they? That's excellent. Good for them.
It was a joy hearing him order some chicken McNuggets. The words came out of his mouth like that policeman from the children's slide in that video, all quick and awkward and painful. I asked him if he liked nuggets.
Oh, bloody hell. I love chicken nuggets. Sometimes you just have to eat some chicken that's been mechanically recovered, don't you?
Do you eat them a lot in the UPC? I asked. The posh members-only club that you were a member of at Cambridge University. The Pitt Club, named after former Prime Minister William Pitt the Younger, and with such notable alumni as former Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng, actor Tom Hiddleston, the chairman of Sotheby's, the Archbishop of Canterbury, King Charles III, and absolutely no women. Did they have lots of chicken nugget nights?
Actually, we started letting women in 2017.
Ah, my mistake. You know, when you've kind of made your point even when they're arguing. To be fair to him, he finished his nuggets, dry though, because when they asked him what sauce he wanted, he asked for a lemon beurre blanc. We managed to find the bus stop and got on in spite of him slapping a £20 note down in front of the driver, and we took our seats. I noticed him catch sight of another fox on the way back. He seemed to absolutely love them. I noticed a fellow with a Glasgow Celtic football shirt on, and encouraged Eddie to make friends, seeing as he was a man of the people. He gamely approached.
Hello, my old mucker. How has your evening panned out?
Well, not too good actually, pal. I came down to watch the Celtic Arsenal game where we got absolutely hammered 3-0 by half time. Managed to pull one back, but overall it was not a good game, so I had a few hours before I was getting my coach back. I thought I'd just get absolutely pushed, but it's backfired because I'm pretty sure I'm on the wrong bus now. Can you help me get to Victoria?
Eddie's face was a picture. I've seen him in The Theory of Everything, but acting like he understood a word of that was his greatest acting achievement.
It's always the way, isn't it? Gosh, well, I'll let you get on.
Eddie quickly swooped back next to me.
He's had a really great night, actually.
So we got off near his house and we were walking back, bathed by the orange glow of London street lights, and I told him, Eddie, it doesn't matter that you're posh. I like you all the same. But knowing exactly who we are in this life is always a good idea, and you should know that you are a posho.
Excuse me, would a posho have got a night bus home? Would a posho have made conversation with that Dutch man? Would a posho have willfully eaten 6 McNuggets? I'm bloody normal, me.
We approached his front door when he saw something and jumped. I turned around. Yes, it was another fox, just standing on the end of his garden path. Good evening, Mr. Fox, I said, doffing an imaginary cap using some very good mime.
The bloody pests,
Eddie muttered. What's that? I asked.
The bloody pests, they overrun other animal populations. They breed like crazy,
he said, hyperventilating slightly, his cheekbones wobbling to almost devastating extent. It was all very strange. He was absolutely transfixed. It's the third bloody... oh no, that was him.
This is the third bloody fox we've seen tonight. If we don't do something about them, they'll take over London. They'll be running Parliament by Thursday.
Who's we? I asked. What would we do?
That's a very good suggestion, actually, not me. Well, why don't you wait there?
He opened his front door and rushed inside, leaving me on his doorstep. It was a lovely doorstep, though. Brickwork on the whole house was exquisite, and his path was as level as you'd like. Phenomenal, really. Seconds later, the door burst open again, and there stood Eddie in a red jacket, riding helmet, jodhpurs, and boots. I don't know how he got changed so quickly. It was genuinely very impressive.
Prepare to die, you bloody fox!
He bellowed into the Fulham night, brandishing an old-looking knife, and rushed off. The fox ran away quite comfortably, but Eddie was in hot pursuit. I guess he couldn't hide his poshness any more. I ducked inside and, still hungry, headed to his fridge. And what was in there? In a small tureen? Yeah, it was a bit of pâté, so it turned out to be a wonderful evening for old Notme. But unfortunately, to the best of my research, Eddie Redmayne has never lived in Fulham, so it probably never happened. Soz. Gosh, what a story that was, and told without the aid of a computer mouse. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Let's see if a little change in batteries might help out a little bit there. Oh, yes, no, yes, no. I mean, this is going to be tricky actually. If we've got no mouse at all. Let's try that. The mouse is off. Yeah. Oh God. Oh gosh, this is very tricky and unfortunate and frustrating. Okay. As if a giraffe told you it was not lanky. That's going to be too long, I will say, MPF. Absolutely, I'll tell you that right from the off. That is going to be too long. If you could reduce that, that would be lovely. Monkey Pigsy Funk, would a posho eat six nuggets? I mean, could we... 6 nuggets for the posho, perhaps? Maybe that. Without a computer prompter, either you're lying or it did actually happen. I mean, it's possible, Canton Sheep. Hello, Canton Sheep, by the way. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, maybe it did happen. Maybe it did happen. It really is difficult to say. Is it going to be better doing it on a different thing? No. I mean, this is... Oh. You know, the advice that I gave to Eddie, or didn't really, was that you need to know who you are in this life. It's good advice to give to anybody. And I can tell you somebody that I am, a thing that I am, is somebody that gets incredibly frustrated with equipment that doesn't work, when there's really no reason for it to not work. I mean, how am I even going to... Let's go... I can go back to main here, can't I? I can go back to main here. Why is that not... Okay. Thank you, Maple Panda. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, for God's sake. And the frustrating thing is, I believe that my Apple mouse has run out of battery. And so you could say, oh, well, why don't you just plug it in and charge it up? I've got the charging cable here. I could just plug it in. But look where the charging thing is. It's there. So what am I supposed to do with that? Is that the worst? I mean, this is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. My God. Oh, cameraman George offering me an emergency mouse, guys. It's an emergency mouse time. Thank you, cameraman George. Can we get a little bit of emote love for cameraman George, perhaps? How are we doing? Where's it all going? That's right. Oh, it's wonderful. Apple likes to put power options in odd places. It's just stupid. That is stupid. And I would tell it to Mr. Apple himself. I would say, Mr. Apple, that is stupid. You make some lovely looking things. Save your cameraman George. That's wonderful. SJ Beck. Savior. Although the sad thing is, will that even be short enough? Who knows? We'll see later on. Oh, this is wonderful. Next segment.
Donuts will not give you cancer, and tigers are not fancy panthers, and Idris Elba was never a Girl Scout. If knowledge is power, then let's go work out. Enlieclopedia.
That's right, guys. That's right. It's the time of the show to train your noses to more effectively sniff out disinformation. I'm going to give you 5 facts. 5 facts, baby. I'm going to give you 5 facts about James Bond. Only one of which is correct. You just need to identify which fact is solid gold truth and which are lies. Obviously, this is inspired by Amazon. This week, bought all of the official rights to James Bond. So it's no longer the reserve of Barbara Broccoli, who's been shepherding the franchise, the IP, the content for many, many years. It's now entirely up to Amazon, and I'm sure they're going to do a great job with it. So let's get on with this, guys. Let's have fact Number 1 about James Bond. Let's see. The Bond girl with the best eyesight is Berenice Marlowe, who plays Severine in Skyfall. Lovely looking woman. And who has 28 vision. So I didn't even realise this. She could read a text message on your phone from the other end of the bus. Maybe that's true. 20/20 vision just means if something is 20... It's always creepy. And I'm never sure what's happening when that happens, and it's weird. If something's 20 feet away, you need to be 20 feet away to see it. That's what it means. I didn't even realize that. So 28 vision is something that a normal person would need to be 8 feet away. She could be 20 feet away. So she has more than twice as good a vision as most normal people. Potentially. Fact number 2. James Bond's signature gun, the Walther PPK, is the same gun that Adolf Hitler used to kill himself. Sometimes facts are short and grisly. Maybe that's true. Who knows? Maybe I just made that up. Maybe I was having a tough time this week and I just made up that fact. Who knows? Fact number 3. Daniel Craig had 3 separate fatal accidents filming his James Bond movies, but thanks to the advances in resuscitation technology, he was able to complete filming each time. He is largely soulless now, though. Daniel Craig is soulless. If this is true. Could be. Fact number 4. In the 4 days since Amazon has bought the full rights to the Bond franchise, they have greenlit 3 new films, a prequel miniseries about Dr. No when he was just an undergrad, and a kids' cartoon series called Lil Jimmy B. Could that be true? They work fast, do Amazon. They work fast. They can deliver you a new toaster in 36 hours, depending on where in the world that you live. Are they greenlighting stuff that quick? Getting stuff in production? Who knows? And the final fact of this week is Ian Fleming's most controversial James Bond novel was called Lady Puncher and featured James punching 38 separate women, with each punching explicitly justified within the text. Fleming later admitted he'd been in a rough headspace when he wrote it. Sounds like it, Ian. Sounds like it. We all have tough times. We all go through rough patches. You know, as long as you're just writing it down. I mean, I suppose that's the silver lining in all of this. You know, that he wasn't actually going out and punching women. He was just writing about it. You know, James Bond punching women. I don't know why I'm saying puncturing there. Interesting. So those are our 5 facts, guys. Those are our 5 facts. Which one do you think is the one true? 4 of these are lies. They all sound true, but 4 of them are lies. Good looking, Berenice Marlowe being able to look good, as well as being good looking, you know. Hitler suicide. Dead Daniel Craig has died multiple times. Amazon's slate, as in the things that they're going to be, that's industry jargon, I apologize for using that. And Lady Puncher, what have we got? Maple Panda says 5. Thinks it's Lady Puncher. Very possible. TB Douglas going with 3. Going with Dead Daniel. Nice. SJ Beck 72 going with 2. Interesting. Thinking it's the Hitler one. Strange. Could be. Who knows? Monkey PC Funk going with 1. Count Sheep going with a 2 as well. JRPV20, my goodness, coming in with a lovely emote there. JRPV20 going with a 3. Okay, so we've got MPF going with a 1. We have got SJ Beck 72 and Count Sheep going for a 2. We've got TB and JRPV20 going with a 3. And we've got Maple Panda going with a 5. If it's number 4, if it's Amazon's slate, you are all going to be just so upset with yourselves. So upset with yourselves. Oh, it's going to spoil the rest of your day. Let's see. This fact is true. James Bond's signature gun, the Walther PPK, is the same gun that Adolf Hitler used to kill himself in a bunker in 1945. Congratulations, SJBEX72 and Counting Sheep 222. You correctly guessed that James Bond's signature gun, the Walther PPK, is the same gun that Adolf Hitler used to kill himself, thus ending World War II, one of the best suicides the world has ever seen. Gosh, well done everybody, yeah, SJBEX72 and Counting Sheep, you saw through it, guys. Well done you. Gosh, what an incredible fact that is. What we don't know, of course, is whether that means that Adolf Hitler was a big James Bond fan, or that Ian Fleming was an Adolf Hitler fan. It's a huge British flex. Yeah, it's you know, you've got to take these opportunities to brag when you can. And if your gun was used in like I say, arguably one of the most positive and productive self-unalivenings, the censors out there, then yeah, that's something you should step up and say, yeah, we made that gun. Yeah, we made that gun, and if we didn't make that gun, it'd probably still be knocking around. Yeah, razzing people all over the place. Something to think about. Anyway, good luck to Amazon. I'm sure all of the films, all of the projects that they will greenlight, they will put into production, will be absolutely fantastic. Let's head back to Maine. Ep name. We've got, how many have we got? We've got 4. I'm not 100% confident that all of them will fit. But if anybody, any other ep names come through, huge British flex, TB. Lovely work. And I can, do you know what? It shouldn't necessarily factor into your decision, but I can picture the front cover, the thumbnail of the episode with that one. Should that factor in? It's your episode, guys. Call it whatever you want. But we've got to get on with this quickly because we are, oh my goodness, running out of time.
Art bet. To challenge yourself is artistic. Art bet. I'll give you options you can pick. Art bet. Take a guess, see if you won. Art bet. It's not for money, just for fun. Art bet.
You know, when you're running late in the way that we are, there was a little voice in my head that said, maybe we should just skip art bet. Can you imagine? You would have my guts for garters if I tried to say. Wonderful stuff. So without further ado, guys, never skip art bet. Yeah, that's what I figured. You guys would not be happy at all, and I cannot blame you. It is a phenomenal segment. It is, of course, the segment of the show that sees whether your artistic instincts can aid you in predicting things that haven't even happened yet. I present you with an art challenge. You tell me what'll happen. It's not for money, guys. It's just for fun. It is biggity bong art bet. For today's art challenge, let's head over to Notme now for all of these details.
Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge is entitled The Box of Change. What is the Box of Change? This is the Box of Change. I found it recently at the back of a cupboard, and I just knew instantly that it should be called the Box of Change. And do you know why? Because it was filled with loose change, and sometimes it's best to not overthink these things. I want to talk to you about money. Because the thing about money is that it doesn't exist. It is an idea, a fiction. Ever since we got off the gold standard, every dollar bill, banknote, or coin is simply an IOU for something that doesn't exist. Do you know who says things like that? People with lots of money. And I should know, I used to be one of them. When I was growing up, money was always just there. It wasn't something that I had to think about, but as I have aged, money has become less and less plentiful. I am currently subsisting on the smallest amount of money I ever have done in my entire life. Just from dog walking through rover.com, sporadic voice acting through voice.com.
LUVR, modern romance for the busy man.
And submitting my body for medical experiments through guineapigforcash.com. I am a poor man. I have to limit the amount that I put the heating on. I have had to give up my HBO Max subscription. And if you think that I'm drinking Fanta pineapple soda, you're living on Dream Street. And so, recently, when I found the big box of change, I was overjoyed. In part because I knew it would make an excellent art challenge. And partly because I knew that once changed up, this cash could make a real difference to my lifestyle. I transferred the money to a sack, thus making it a cash sack. And let me tell you, it felt incredible to have a good cash sack. And I weighed the cash sack because I knew it would make an excellent thing to consider. Changing up my cash sack that's full of the change that I used to have when I lived in Hell's Kitchen because I had to use an external laundromat to my building that was called Washland? That's my art challenge. Your art bet is simply how much money is in my cash sack. Back to you, Notme.
It's all about a cash sack. It's all about the money, money, money. It's all about the money, money, money. Thank you, TB. TB's running away with this, guys. If you want to name this episode, my God, you've got to step up. You've got to put your working boots on now. Cash sack. Beautiful, beautiful. Blast from the past and Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, Washland. It's lovely, lovely. Staffed by some lovely Latinx ladies. Did enjoy going there, but what I didn't enjoy was hauling my my laundry all the way down there. That wasn't great. Do pennies still count in the US? They do when it comes to changing up your cash. Yeah. Not a lot of people have a lot of them. I mean, that's maybe getting a little bit political. I don't know. You can't make your choice yet now, though, guys, because you don't know everything. So here's some things to consider. Thing number one. As seen, the cash sack weighs a grand total of 2,744 grams or 6.04 libels, pounds, for you working on, if you're working on old money. Thing to consider number two. There are some non-American coins in the cash sack. I did not go through the cash sack and really kind of work out what was what. There's a lot of quarters in there because that's what we needed for the laundromat. A lot of pennies and nickels and dimes and so forth. But yeah, there were definitely some non-American coins. I don't know what the cash machine is going to do with those things, whether it's going to spit them out and not include them, or whether it will just, assume that they're some other kind of American coin. But there's a couple of, there's maybe a 20p and a 50p, and, I think maybe I saw a loonie in there, Canadian. Thing number three. The result shall be the amount I receive back from the coin change machine. Now, this I don't know how they make money from this. I assume they skim a certain percentage of what I've donated or what I'm changing up. They take a certain amount of that for the privilege of me getting to have my money back. I'm not sure. This will be the amount I receive back from the coin change machine. That's the only way that I could make it fair. I think they take 8%, not me. Okay, so make your think like, okay, so I feel like that's that, and then take off 8%. Good information. Thank you, Maple Panda. Appreciate that. So let's see what our options are. A, less than $40. B, 40 to 60. C, 60 to 80. D, 80 to 100. Or E, over $100. What do you think? What's your best guess? How much money is in my cash sack? You saw how much it weighs. Maple Panda coming straight in with a B, 40 to 60. Anybody else? Monkey Pixie Funk going with an A. Thinks it's less than 40. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of pennies in there. Pennies are not doing a lot to tot up the scores there. TB going with a D, 80 to 100. Sure. Counting Sheep and SJ Bet going with a B. Okay, so a lot of people going with a B. That's interesting. JRPV20, do we still have you? Do we still have you, JRPV20? Do we still have JRPV20? Do we still have you, JRPV20? That's a no. Well, thank you so much, guys, for making your guesses. I'd love to discuss them further, but we are already over time, so let's really try and push through with this. Let's see what happens in the actual art bet. Over to you,
Thanks,
Notme.
Notme. And thank you to all of the now bodies who have made your guesses. Now, I believe we have Notme standing by in a supermarket of some kind to fulfill this art challenge. Notme. Thanks, Notme. We have our sack of cash, our cash sack, and we've got our coin star. So let's get in there, George. Get in there, George. Oh, it's hard to do with a microphone, that's for sure. Is that all in? One last. Yes, I need more time. Gosh, this is art, coin star. Okay, please don't rush me. One cheeky little penny there. And then what's the deal? We just lift the red thing. Let's get going. Oh. That can't be is that the actual system? Getting a nod from George. Clearly more. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Can you feel the tension? Clearly this system not quite set up for cash sacks of this volume. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Oh gosh, do you know what I'm thinking right now? I'm going to miss having a cash sack. Never mind, we move on. Onwards and upwards. You did your job, cash sack. Last one. I think that might have been a UK 2p coin there right at the end. We'll see what they say about that. My, you have a lot of coins. You gosh darned right we do. Look at them doing it with a jar. A jar. No, we don't go with a cash jar. We have a cash sack. Oh, well, I don't mind telling you, I feel quite spent by that whole endeavour. That was quite incredible. Thank you for choosing Coinstar. Absolutely. Your receipt is printing. Take your cash voucher to a cashier. The voucher should be redeemed today at this location. And there's the final result. Congratulations, those who guessed correctly. Commiserations to those who didn't guess correctly. But what does this mean? What do we take from this artwork? Well, for that, we're going to have to go back to Notme. Back to you, Notme. Thanks, Notme. Indeed, what did we learn? Well, we learned that lots of littles can add together to make a big. Don't throw out that loose change. Collect it up, pop it in a sack to create your own cash sack, and sooner or later it will really pay dividends. For example, my $60 that I got from my cash sack will give me 4 months of HBO Max, with which I can watch the new series of White Lotus, thank goodness, and I can sit there on my sofa, wrapped in all my blankets, drinking my off-brand Crush pineapple soda, and think to myself, wow, aren't rich people the absolute worst?
Monday, 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 it's a rich man's world.
Well, there we... Wait a second, don't go back there. There we go. Congratulations. We had a few winners there. Well done to... apologies I didn't update the graphic at the end there, but that's... We understand. Mistakes happen. Maple Panda, congratulations. Counting Sheep, congratulations. SJBeck72, congratulations. And JRPV20, congratulations. My goodness. My goodness. What an art bet that was. What an art bet. Let's go back to main. Gosh, it had to be a little bit whistle stop because this mouse went wrong and this mouse went haywire, and so I had to get an emergency mouse from cameraman George. But we got there in the end. There's so much content in this hour and change. Yeah, so many winners. That's lovely, TB. Thank you so much. Let's get a final little. Let's get a poll going. It's very simply, what should the ep name be? We have got vivid veracity. That's a lovely phrase. Nuggets for the posho. 6 nuggets for the posho. Does that? Oh, we do have 6 nuggets for the posho. That's exciting. Savior cameraman George. But that went in as well. Wow, I'm just being too huge British flex. I think we've got to get that in there. And then of course, cash sack. You got 2 minutes, guys. Make your choice. And we'll see what everybody wants to call this episode. Gosh, we've had a lot going on here. What did we learn from this week? What did we learn? We learned about Eddie Redmayne. We learned that he is quite posh, that he really doesn't like foxes, that if he sees too many of them, his natural poshness will rise up and cause him to... I dread to think what would happen if he caught that fox. Really not worth thinking about. House of Notme. We had a wonderful House of Notme. In Snackurate, we had a watercolor exhibit of some crisp and chip flavors, but with wrong colors, just to really challenge our notions of what is right and wrong in this world. We had a birthday. Lest we forget, we had a birthday. Lovely stuff. Uncle Town. Probably in his 7th, maybe 8th decade in this world. And we learned about James Bond as well. And a little bit that people probably weren't expecting, a little bit about Hitler. We are getting there, guys. We're getting there. Wow, interesting. You guys just don't necessarily do what I think you're going to do. And I suppose that is to your credit. Do I get to vote? I think I do get to vote. How exciting is that? And about the design of the Apple mouse, yeah, which is, again, if you're watching this, Tim Cook, Apple mouse, charging thing on the bottom of it, it's stupid. And if you think it's clever, I hate to be this hard line about it, but you're stupid as well. That's just how it works. So that was episode 3 of Art Right Now, series 2, huge British flex. It's in the books. I hope you enjoyed watching and feel like your spirit, your art, and your life is at a better place now than it was an hour ago. I apologize for going a little bit over, but I think you can agree that there was so much in this lovely stew of art that we just had to get going on it. No live tainment next week. I'm exhausted. I need a week off, but we will come back. All right, now that's today. So I will be streaming on Wednesday. Ready Game Inspire. Try to stop me from Ready Game Inspiring with Accrington Stanley. So we'll be back on the 9th of March with an I Am Smart the Notme quiz. So make sure you are tuning in there. Thanks, Notme. Great show. Thank you, MPF. TB, thank you, Notme. Lots of fun today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for spreading. Oh, look at all this emote work. This is fabulous. Thank you for spreading the gospel of livetainment. If you have any friends that you think would enjoy this kind of pointed and very powerful art on a Sunday, please do let them know, because I'd love to see them. I'd love to see them. I really would. Yes. I can't wait to do all of this again next time, which will be the 16th of March will be the next Art Right Now. Until next time, be yourself, be happy, be kind, and be creative. And I will see you all next time.
Thank you for watching, you've gladdened me greatly. Now if you want more art, you don't need to wait. We can art up whenever, there's no timetable. So create some stuff anytime you are able. A poem, a sculpture, a meme or a doodle. Try out them all, the whole kit and caboodle. But if you need help with the what and the how, I'll be back very soon with more art right now.